Look at this.
Look how many people.
Man, what are you trying to hide? Do you know when you do this?
These are normal working men.
More people.
The only sharp things are lighters.
Just let him do this.
More people are going to watch this now than ever. This is ridiculous, lads. Do you feel right what you're doing here? I haven't said a word. In fact, someone laid their hand and assaulted me outside court. Yeah, exactly. Other people have swore at me and threatened me about my mother, and here I am being arrested for saying nothing.
I'm threatened to behead me. I've done nothing. You've not said anything about
What are they arresting you for, Tommy?
Breach of the peace. Apparently I'm inciting on my video. Can you please, George, get me a solicitor?
Yeah.
Because I'm on a suspended sentence, you see, so...
He has actually done nothing wrong.
You can sort anything like that.
All it would take is for you to go through his video and see he's even said they're innocent till they're proven guilty.
It must have been right. Shameful that.
I'm sure you're all well aware that Tommy Robinson was arrested outside of a court in Leeds yesterday as he was reporting on the trials of several men involved in a grooming gang scandal. Trials that have strangely been ignored or covered up by our mainstream media. I wonder why. Baffling, isn't it? I'm scratching my head. Tommy does this all the time. He's transitioned into an independent journalist, yet despite him being physically threatened yesterday, and despite a woman he was with being threatened with a beheading from one of our peaceful cultural enrichers, Tommy was the one who was arrested, thrown into the back of a police van, and if I have this correct, was sentenced to 13 months in prison that very same day. Amazing just how effective the police and justice system can be when it comes to dealing with a white guy, isn't it? Shame they didn't show the same impetus and drive during the decades-long Rotherham rape scandal, Telford, and a dozen other recent similar cases in towns all across the country. That would have been very welcome. Before I go on, Tommy has set up a support feature on his website. I've linked it down below. Apparently there's a bunch of fake GoFundMe campaigns trying to capitalise on this, which is one of the scummiest things I can imagine, but it doesn't surprise me. The only way you should give support or donate money is through his official website. Hopefully his team is working hard behind the scenes to try and get legal help because quite frankly the clock is ticking, and if he doesn't find a way to be released from prison soon, he's in a very dangerous situation. It's no secret that UK prisons are completely dominated by Islamic gangs. I did a video about this early last year, and if you search for reports on Google you'll be faced with a lot of information. People who have expressed anti-Islam sentiments have been murdered in jail by these gangs. People who have been given short prison sentences were effectively sentenced to death. This is what's going on right now. The British state know exactly what they are doing. They know that Tommy will be put into immediate and constant danger in prison from people who literally want to kill him, and will probably have a good chance in succeeding because, let's be honest, I doubt he's going to be protected by prison security. I doubt he's going to be segregated. I can't overstate how serious this situation is. I want you all, if you're British, to contact your local MPs and express your massive opposition to this. There's a petition down below that right now has over 25,000 signatures, and I know petitions are usually useless, but there needs to be at least a visual showing of support for Tommy Robinson and a clear condemnation of the actions of the British state. Contact the Home Secretary, Sajid Javid. And yeah, he probably has no interest in this whatsoever, but the least we can do is flood his inbox so his team cannot ignore us. I know this doesn't seem like enough, and I agree, it isn't. I'm truly quite lost right now as to what else we can do that will have a lasting effect. The urge is there to do something stupid and rash, and I understand all the frustrations of people who message me saying these sorts of things. But whatever we do is going to reflect on Tommy in one way or another, and our paramount concern should be his well-being and physical safety. That's clearly what we should be focused on right now. This is where Britain is, and we, the normal people of this country, are being held in such contempt and regarded with such disrespect that our enemies will be sitting at home right now, rubbing their hands together with big smiles stretched across their faces. They have the government, the police, the court system, all of it in their pockets. If you've sat back and watched from afar thinking this won't affect you, you're wrong. It will, and sooner than you think. Now is the time where we have to speak up, make noise, and fight against this pure authoritarianism which is being perpetrated by our so-called leaders. They were looking for any excuse to lock up Tommy Robinson. He was a problem for them. His support was growing, so they found something tiny, and acted swiftly. The punishment far exceeds the so-called crime, a breach of the peace. Excuse me, what peace? There is no peace. And there hasn't been for a long time. This will happen to all of us if we don't stop it. People get arrested regularly for social media posts, for saying something someone else doesn't like, and all of us will be exposed to the same dangers in the coming years. This is political intimidation. I dare say it's political violence because the state is using force against the citizens purely to put them in a mindset of fear, to trap them and convince them to keep their mouths shut and accept all the horrors that will be dumped on them. They want conflict. They're actively trying to instigate it. These people aren't stupid. They understand that going after Tommy Robinson will only grow his support and the support for similar individuals, groups and causes. They want this so they have an excuse to crack down on us further, to tighten the screw, to convince everyone else that drastic measures must be taken. We live in terrifying times, and while I've always tried to be an optimist, while I've always hoped that things in Britain would get better, I think they're about to get a whole lot worse before any of that can happen. But like I said, right now, the most important thing is Tommy's safety. Look at the links below, sign the petition, contact your MP, flood Sajid Javid's inbox as I have done. Get your friends and family to do the same, share this video as well as the many others that have been made. It doesn't feel like enough, I know, but it's something, and we have to play this smart. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon.